Hello, my name is LilyOffline and welcome to the ThirstySMP, my community survival Minecraft server that has been up and running since about March 10th. And yes, I'm very disappointed in myself for not filming any of it, but that all changes today. I showed off a little bit of this world from my single player survival series that I just started on my channel also, but because I'm finally feeling inspired with content again, I really want to start showing off this world because I personally am incredibly proud of how this world is coming together. My community is amazing, they're all so talented, and this base that I'm working on is the most proud I have ever been of a build. So I hope that you guys don't mind coming into a pretty established world already, but we have so many projects. We have only been up and running since March 10th. We have so far to go from where we are now. I don't even have a storage system yet. Okay, I do. I built one about 10 minutes ago, but I haven't moved anything, so maybe that's something else we can do today. But before I get too distracted, I want to take you guys on a little bit of a tour of what's going on and kind of tell a story about how we got to where we are now. Let's start here at the world spawn. We have decided to build a centralized shopping district around our world spawn. This sort of ring of gardens that you see around this beacon that I've put under the ground, all of this is the spawn zone for the world. Then this is my shop, my pride and joy. I'll link the tutorial I followed for this tower down below, but I have completely changed out the block palette. One of my current big projects is this community center here at spawn. As you can see, I have a bit of a chest monster going for that too. And we have a bunch of little shops that have popped up recently. Our commercial district is split into 4 different regions. We have the fantasy and cottagecore district, medieval district, futuristic, which has no builds in it yet, and then the modern district. This is so that from above and as you fly in, it'll create this cool effect with it all being split, and also just kind of promotes us all to try different building styles that we're maybe not comfortable with or have just never really built in before. I'm going to show you guys around my shop, the Offline Emporium. It first started with this little house and has since expanded into this tower and an additional bit of building at the back there. When you first walk in, we have a bunch of different things for sale. These are just kind of assorted, oop, that's empty, assorted books and enchantments, and then this is the main enchanting hall. There is a enchanting table that's free for anybody to use, and then oh, we've made some diamonds. Oh, diamonds are the primary currency on this server. Then if we come upstairs, we have more enchantments. We come upstairs one more time, we have a few more items. I'm selling elytras, I have no stock at the moment. Shulker boxes, ender chests, beacons. Oh yes, I agreed on that trade earlier with one of the server mates who has the rocket shop. And then we come up to the top. Oh, the sunset, how beautiful. So that's my store. We also have a few other stores that other people have made around here for wood, rockets, many things. So that's my shop. I am incredibly proud of it. If I had my render distance up further, you guys would be able to see quite a few more bases on the fringe of all of this area. A lot of us are actually really close together. This base belongs to Maddie, one of my lovely Twitch mods. But now let's fly over to my tree stump. I've been trying to think of what to call this base. The Hollow? I think I'm gonna call it the Hollow. Please forgive my torch spam everywhere. Well, this is the first part of my base that I built, and I was living out of this tree stump for quite a long time. Originally, I wanted to build a big tree branching out across the server. I decided that was a little bit too complicated, and because I have a few quote-unquote real jobs and wanted to start my survival series and maybe a hardcore series, I didn't want to go too hard, you know? Now this lovely building just houses my beacon. We can come up these steps to the top where it is a lovely little area where I usually have my spawn set. We have a pond with these little fish. And I really like this area. This is probably going to be where I do most of my intros. Coming back down, we come out to the log. The log is the main part of my build. I decided that if I wasn't going to do a big tree standing up, that I should probably have a reason for the stump to be there. And so my reason is that the tree fell down. Realistically, I'd want to make it much longer, but I don't really have a need to. And I'm pretty happy with how it is. This area here will eventually all be gardens. But coming back to the stump very quickly, I haven't finished texturing or anything. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, but I do have some stuff hiding underneath. Oh, it is loud in here. Let's just turn that down a little bit. First of all, you might have been able to hear some dispensers going off, some water being dispensed. That's just because I have a pretty garbage mob farm. directly underneath the tree stump. And it is also home to my villager trading hall. But this took a very long time. In this hall we have just librarians, oh, and these 3 clerics because I like to have bottles of enchanting, where we have a whole bunch of villagers with different enchantments. And then these guys, they trade tools, weapons, anything. And here we have all of the emeralds and things that I've been stocking up to trade with them. But it's just a trading hall and it's very loud, so let's get out of here. These are my dogs, they don't have names yet. Feel free to suggest names for them in the comments down below. I am also currently on that hunt for a cat that looks like my lovely cat. You might also notice iron golems everywhere, and that's because I spawned them all in when somebody accidentally triggered a raid on my base when they didn't know that there was a village underneath. And so a bunch of us got together and fought the raid, and it was tons of fun. But coming back through my chest monster and into here, this is the main sort of body of my base. I've been really struggling with what to do in the interior. Somebody in my Twitch chat recommended these platforms, and I actually really like the idea. Not quite in their current state, I want to change a few things, but I like where it's going. And then I just started building up this storage area that I am going to be moving everything across into that in my next stream probably, along with finally putting the gardens back in. So if you're not already here from my Twitch chat, consider going and following me over there at twitch.tv/LilyOffline. The link will be in the description. If we come further into the back, you'll see that this branches off as if a branch of the tree kind of dug into the ground, and this leads down into my mine shaft. I actually only put this together a couple of days ago. It's almost exclusively cosmetic at this point. I haven't actually done any mining, but I am going to put a beacon down here, and I think I'll just turn it into a beacon mine. But yeah, in terms of mining, I think I'm pretty sussed. I built my iron farm before I built this, and so far it hasn't interfered. Like, having all that space up there hasn't interfered with my own farm at all, so that's good. I did also build a raid farm recently, and we have others on the server who have built absolutely wild farms. We have an ender and all of that kind of thing set up. We're very well established, but we all have tons and tons of huge projects left to do. I'm going to go right into creating episode 2, which is going to be developing a lot of the landscape around this build, which, just between you and me real quick, I've been putting it off for quite some time. So if you want to see that, then consider subscribing, and also maybe go follow me on Twitch. All of the links to all of my things will be down in the description down below. But until next time, my name is LilyOffline. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you are having a fantastic day. Bye!